So let's pop this down and get started then. We'll get going with our warm-up, and welcome to anybody else that might join on slightly later. Alright, just bear with me a second. We'll get the music going and get ourselves warmed up on this Monday morning. Cold Monday morning. Okay, right then ladies, so when you're ready, bring those heels together. We're just going to take those heels apart. Make sure you've got that good hip distance between those feet, and then we want those nice, straight, strong legs. Just give those shoulders a roll back and down. Lovely. And then let's just engage our core then. So take that nice, big, deep breath in. And then just holding that core nice and tight then as we exhale out. Lovely. Again, just give those shoulders a roll back and down. Neutral position, diamond fingers pointing down, or we're going to rock those hips forward to A, work them back to C, and then finding that nice B position. So make sure you've got that nice neutral position, and then again just roll those shoulders back and down. I want you to just take a few big deep breaths in and exhale. And again, a few big deep breaths in and exhale. Lovely. Let's just give those shoulders a roll back again. And then I just want you to just place your hands onto your hips and just rock your hips forward and back. So just doing that little pelvic tilt just to get that warmed through, forwards and back. And I want you to just hold in the centre. We're just going to do some little hip circles going round, just circling round those hips, and then we're going to hold it in the centre and circle it round in that other direction, and again taking it round, and then just holding it there. I want you to just raise those heels from the floor, coming onto the toes, lower those heels, and again raise the heels and lower. Just lift your right hip up, lower that down, and then lift that left one up, lower down. Just take it back to those tilts, forward and back, forwards and back. Work it through to the centre, release the arms, just give those shoulders a roll, and then work those arms up to the chest, out to the side. Just going to place the hands onto the shoulders and work out. And again, place the hands onto the shoulders, work out. Just do that twice more. Bring those hands, place them onto the shoulders, work out. Last one, onto the shoulders, work out. Just bring those arms forward and lift through to the ceiling. And just take a little bend back through to the centre. Lean it over to the right side. Centre, over to the left side. Centre, and then work both those arms down towards the right foot. And lift through to the ceiling and up. Just take a bend back. Centre, lean over to the left. Centre, lean over to the right. Centre, work those hands down towards that left foot. And then lift through and up. Bring it to the centre. Just take that little bit back bend. Going back through to the centre. Reach the arms down to the sides. Lean over to the right. Work through to the centre, lean over to the left. Work that back to the centre. Just want you to bring your heels together, turn your toes out. Work those arms forward and then rotate round to the right side. Just hold it there. Rotate through to the centre. Rotate round to the left side and just hold it there. Work that through to the centre. Take those arms back out to the side. Place the hands onto the shoulders and work those arms out. And again, place onto the shoulders. Work those arms out. Two more. Place the arms onto the shoulders. Work the arms out. Last one, onto the shoulders. Work the arms out. Then we're going to lean over to the left side. Work that through and up. Lean over to the right side. So just make sure your heels together and your toes are out. Release the arms down, and I want you to squat down, bend through those knees. Work the arms up. And again. Squat down. Work up. 2 more. Squat down. Work up. Last one. Squat down. Work up. Just take the heels apart. Squat down. Work that through and up. Holding that core nice and tight. Lifting that chest. Through and up. 2 more. Down. Through and up. Last one. Work it down. Through and up. Just lift and roll those shoulders. Lift and roll those shoulders. Place your hands onto your waist. Bring your foot to your left leg. And just work that knee out and forwards. Work that knee out and forwards. Just one more if you can. Work that knee out and forwards. Place that foot down, check your core, hold that tight for the balance. Left foot onto that right leg. Work the knee out. Work that forwards. And again, work that knee out and work forwards. One more if you can manage. Work that knee out. Work that knee forwards. Place that foot down, holding the core. Lift and roll the shoulders back. Right shoulder, left shoulder, both the shoulders. We're just going to raise our right knee up. Extend the leg. Bend the knee. Work that knee down. Left leg lifts up. Extend the leg. Bend at the knee. Work that leg down. Lift that knee up. Work it out to the side. Through to the center. Release it down. Left knee up, holding that core. Out to the side. Through to the center. Release that foot down. Take a step out to the right side. Turn the toes out. Engage. Squat down. Lift through and up. And again, squat down. Through and up. This time we're going to hold the squat down. Hold down. Lift those heels. Lower. Work through and up. And again, take it down. Lift those heels. Down and up. Bring it back to hip distance, toes forward. And then we're going to roll both of the shoulders forward. And again. Right shoulder rolls forward. Left shoulder rolls forward. We're going to go back with the shoulders, both the shoulders. And again. Right shoulder, roll it back. Left shoulder. And then I want you to do shoulder lifts and lowers. Lift and lower. Take your head back. Center. Take it to the right side. Center. Over to the left side. Center. Drop the chin down. Roll down through the back. So just rolling down to where is good for you. Relaxing that head and neck. Just holding it there. Take a bend in those knees, hands to the floor. Walk your hands forward until you feel you're stretching your calf. When you feel that stretch, just hold it there. So want to extend that stretch further. Lift your right heel from the floor to extend that left calf stretch. Release that right heel down. Then lift that left heel from the floor to extend that right calf stretch. Release that heel to the floor. Just slowly walk your hands towards your toes. Keep that bend in those knees. Then we take the legs nice and straight now. We're going to roll back up through our back. So just working up through the back. Bringing that head up and then extending through with those arms. Just take a lean over to the left side. Through to the centre. Lean it over to the right side. Work through to the centre. Just take the arms down towards the right foot. Lift through and up. Take those arms down towards that left foot. Lift through and up. Just take that little back bend back and centre. Release those arms down. Lift, roll the shoulders back and down. And then just take a lovely big deep breath in. And exhale. Excellent, well done. So if you haven't got your towels or mats, then pop them down. I'm just going to get mine down on the floor. Okay, so mats down. We're going to start off in a roll back. Now I'm going to sit on my side for the roll backs today because we're going to roll it all the way back. So I'm going to run through what we're going to do. So with your roll backs today, I want you to have your knees bent. So usually we have the option to straighten out the legs, but I'd like you to have a knee bent position. So nice and tall through that back. Okay, holding that core nice and tight. So we're going to start off with our arms at chest height, and all we're doing is rolling back and working up, but with the knees in that bent position. So just rolling back and working up. Just remember, when you're rolling back, only roll it back where you're using your core. You don't want no tension in the legs or the back. Make sure you're really using the core to take you back and lift you up. So we're going to do a set of these. Then we're going to keep with those ones, but I want you to, we're going to do 3 going back like this. And then on the 4th one, I want you to bring your arms under your thighs. I want you to roll all the way back down to the floor. And then I'm going to get you to bring your knees into your chest and take your knees away from the chest. You're going to do 3 knees going into the chest and away from the chest. On the 3rd one, bring the knees in and then you're going to roll it back up. So you really need to use your core and hold those hands behind the thighs. And we'll repeat that again. So we'll do 3 going back. On the 4th one, you roll back all the way down. And then we pull the knees into the chest and away. On the 3rd, pull the knees into the chest and away. You're going to roll it back up. So you pull them in, you hold that core strong and you roll up nice and tall. Okay, let's give it a go and see how you get on. So we do just the set with our arms at chest height first, just to get that core warmed up. So we'll do several of those. Then I'll tell you when we're going to go into that full roll back going down. So let's just take our arms out to chest height, bend those knees, keep those feet hip distance apart and keep that lovely tall posture. Then we're going to engage our core. So let's take that lovely big deep breath in, holding that core nice and tight then as we exhale out. Lovely. When you're ready then, ladies, keep tall and we just roll back to our halfway position and we roll up. Make sure you're keeping your shoulders down, don't hunch your shoulders. Use that core and you're only rolling it back where you know you're using your core position, okay? So you don't want to have any tension in the lower back or the legs. So you're just rolling back using the core and then rolling up using that core as well. Excellent. Keep with that. Nice and tall as you roll up, and remember, keeping those shoulders down. Roll up. I want you to do 5 more, just with getting that core nice and warmed up. So 4 more. roll up. Work it back and roll up. 2 more then. And roll up. Really keep your core fully engaged. Okay, so we're going to keep with this, but we're going to do 3, and then on the 4th one we're going to take the hands behind those thighs. So roll it back, holding your core nice and tight, and roll up. And again, rolling back and roll up. Work it back, roll up. Just bring those hands behind the thighs, roll all the way back, lift those legs up, knees into your chest, and have your head flat down into your mat. Now pull your knees into your chest, pull those knees away. So your bottom lifts up slightly as you pull those knees in. Pull your knees in, work those knees away. Hold your core tight now. Pull your knees in, ready to roll it up, lift that bottom, and then roll all the way through to that seated position. Arms out to chest. Take a breath in to engage that core. Hold tight as we exhale. Okay, roll back. Work that up. So really using your core, just working back and roll up. Keeping it lovely and tall through the back. And roll up. Keeping those shoulders down. Roll up. So really using the core and not the back and the legs. Okay, we're going to do 3 more. And then we're going to bring those hands behind those thighs. Last one with the arms out at the chest. Roll up. Bring those hands down to the thighs, behind the thighs, the core engaged. We roll all the way down, head down into the mat, and then pull those knees into the chest, and that little lift at the bottom as you're pulling them in. Take them away from the chest. Pull those knees in, take them away. Right, pull them right in, hold your core, and then we're going to roll it back up to that seated position. Excellent, well done. So that's a nice one as well for that lower back, the pulling the knees in and taking the knees away, and that rock back up is a really good one for that back as well as obviously that core. So I hope you got on okay with that. Let me know if you did struggle, and we'll look at that for the next time. But it's about really focusing on that core. But as I say, it's a good one for the back as well. Okay, so now I want you to roll over onto your side, and we're going to do side lying leg ones. So you're going to lay onto your right side. Both the legs are going to be straight with your supporting hand held in front. And then what we're going to do is we're going to lift the top leg up slightly, and I want you to work your leg forwards, and then you're going to hold it there. We're going to lift it up to the ceiling, or lift up to where you're comfortable with that leg, but keep that good length in the leg so you're really stretching that, and lower down. I want you to do 3 of those lifting up to the ceiling. Okay, so 3 of those, or lifting up to where is good for you. Then I want you to work that leg back to the centre. We're going to go into a side passe. So we slide that toe towards that bottom knee. Make sure this knee is pointing up to the ceiling, and then you're going to extend your leg fully to the ceiling, and you're going to push your heel away and bring your toes towards you, and you're going to lower that down into your side passe one. Okay, and you're going to do 2 of the side passe. So it's sliding the toe towards that bottom knee, making sure that top knee points up. Then you're going to extend the leg. Once you've extended, push the heel away, toes towards you, and you release that leg down. Okay, so if you can get into those positions for me, laying down on your side, hips stacked, nice straight legs, holding that supporting hand out in front. Okay, and then we're going to engage that core. So take that lovely big deep breath in. Hold that core nice and tight then as we exhale out. When you're ready, I want you to lift that top leg up slightly, keeping that good length. And then we're going to take that leg forwards. So just work that forwards to where is good for you. Lengthen, lengthen. And then we're going to lift that leg up towards the ceiling or up to where is comfortable for you. Okay, make sure you're really stretching that leg so you've got that nice straight leg. And then we're going to lower that leg down. Okay, make sure you're keeping the leg as you're lifting and lowering, holding your core strong. And again, we lift that leg up. Nice and controlled. Keep your core fully engaged for your balance. Lower that leg down. Perfect. We're going to do one more lift and lower then. So lifting that leg up. Really squeeze those glutes as well. Feel those glutes working. And then lower that leg all the way down. And then we're just going to bring that through to the center. Into your side passe, so slide your toe towards your bottom knee. Have this top knee pointing up to the ceiling, check it's pointing up. Then you're going to extend your leg through to the ceiling, fully extend. Once your leg's extended, push your heel away from you. And we're going to push that heel away as we're lowering that leg down. Really push that out, feel that lovely stretch down that leg as you're pushing that heel away. Lovely. Let's repeat the passe. So slide the toe towards that bottom knee and then make sure before you extend the leg, this top knee's pointing up. Holding your core, then extend your leg through to the ceiling. Push that heel away and slowly releasing that leg all the way down. Make sure you're pushing that heel away as you're releasing that leg down. Get that good stretch through that leg. Excellent. We're going to repeat again. Just check your hips are stacked. You've got the good long length through that body. Straight legs. Take a breath in to engage your core. Hold that tight as we exhale out. When you're ready, lift that top leg up slightly, lengthen out that leg. We work that leg forwards to where is good for you. We hold it there. Then we're going to lift the leg up towards the ceiling or to wherever you feel comfortable lifting that leg to. And then we're going to release that leg down. Keep it nice and controlled. Lengthening through the leg. And again, lifting that leg through to the ceiling or where is good for you. Keeping it lovely and controlled, focusing on holding your core, squeezing those glutes, releasing your leg all the way down. We've got one more of the lift and lower, ladies. And again, lifting through to where you're comfortable, keeping that good length. Try not to let your knee bend, keep that good length. Really feel the glutes working on this one. Releasing that leg down. And then we want to just work that leg through to the center. And then we're going to slide the toe towards that bottom knee. Remember, your top knee needs to be pointing up to the ceiling before you extend. Hold it there and check. Then extend your leg through. Fully extend that up. Pushing that heel away as you release that down. So really push the heel away. Make sure you've got a really strong core so you're keeping a good balance. Perfect. We're going to do one more passe. So just sliding the toe towards that bottom knee. And remember, your top knee needs to be pointing up to the ceiling. Check the knee and then extend that leg through. push that heel away. And then we lower that leg down, really focusing on pushing that heel, getting that good stretch through the leg. Pushing that away, releasing that down, and relaxing that leg. Excellent. You should really feel a good stretch in that leg, working those glutes with those lift and lowers, and making sure when you're doing that you're really strong on the core for that good balance. Okay, we're going to come onto our backs and do the other side in a second. We're coming on onto our backs first. And we're going to do some tabletop leg extends and some toe taps down. So I want you to come onto your backs, scarecrow arms. If you prefer the arms down to the side, you can have them down to the side, whichever you're most comfortable with on your arms, really. So your tabletop legs, so you want your shins parallel, knees in line with the hips. And making sure we're holding a good strong core. So I'm just going to go through the moves first. So we're going to extend our right leg forward, work that in, and extend that left leg forward, work in. Really hold your core and keep your back neutral. And we're going to extend both of the legs forward, work them back to tabletop. Then you're going to do a table toe tap down. Tap the toe down and lift that back through to tabletop. And then you're going to tap the left toe down and lift through to tabletop. If you struggle with keeping your legs up at tabletop, then you can have one foot on the floor. So you can extend one leg out, work in, bring that down. Then you can extend the other leg out, work in and down. Then you need to lift and do one double and work in. And then for the toe tap, you can release one down and tap the toe and lift up. And then you can release that foot down, tap the toe and lift up. So that's a slightly easier option if you struggle with the legs staying in tabletop. You might be okay to do that to start with, and then when you do the toe taps you might feel that you need to release one leg down. See how you go with it. You've got options to take it to an easier option if you need to. Okay, so lay onto your backs then. Good neutral back position, keeping it in its neutral position and really engaging your core. So legs to tabletop, or if you want to do the lower option, one foot on the floor. So shins parallel, knees in line with the hips. Take a nice big deep breath in. Hold that core nice and tight as we exhale out. Lovely. We're going to extend forward with our right leg. We're going to work that in. Going to extend forward with our left leg. Keeping your back neutral. Work that in. Strong on the core now. Both of those legs extend forward. Work that in. Shins parallel. Into your toe taps down. So we're going to lower that right toe down. Keeping your core nice and strong. Tap the toe. And then you're going to lift that toe back up. Working that leg through to tabletop. Lower that left toe down. Nice and controlled. Tap the toe. And then we're going to lift that toe back up. Bringing that leg to tabletop. Once your legs are at tabletop, pull them into the chest just to release. And if you want to pull them in and lift that bottom up and away, you can. That's a nice one to relieve any tension in those backs. Okay, we're going to repeat that one again. Okay, so if you found it really tough keeping the legs at tabletop, you can place one foot on the floor and lift up and change like that to make it a slightly easier option. See how you go. Okay, back to your leg positions, whichever level you're going at. Okay, make sure your shins parallel, your knees are in line with your hip, your back is in its neutral position, and then we're going to take that lovely big deep breath in, holding that core nice and tight as we exhale out. When we're ready then, we're going to extend our right leg forwards. Work that in. Extend our left leg forwards. Work that in. Extend both of those legs forward. Work those legs in. And then check your core, and we're going to do our toe tap. So right toe works down. We just tap the toe down to the floor. And then we work that toe, lifting that up, bringing it back to tabletop. Then the left toe. So lowering that left toe down, tap the toe. And then we lift that left toe back up, hold your core. And once you've got your legs at tabletop, again pull those knees in to release. Excellent. So that one was really focusing on that core, really using that, okay, to do those extends and toe taps. When you're ready then, guys, we're going to lay over onto the other side so we can do the other leg. Okay, so we're going to do the lift and lowers and the side passes on the other side. Right then. So you want your bottom arm out nice and flat, head rested down. You want those good length in those legs, so nice and straight. Remember, try not to bend those knees. You want to keep a good length. Supporting hand out in front. Okay, hips stacked. We're going to take our breath in to engage our core. Holding that core nice and tight as we exhale out. Okay, when you're ready, lift your top leg. And then you're going to work that top leg forward. So you're working that forwards to where is good for you. Lengthening that leg. Then we're going to lift up towards the ceiling, or lifting to where you're feeling comfortable lifting that. And then we're going to release that leg down. Make sure you're keeping the leg forward as well when you're releasing down. Don't work it back to the center. You want to keep that leg forwards. Nice lengthened leg, lifting up. Really working those glutes, squeezing those, holding your core strong for your balance. Lowering that leg down. So we've got one more on the lift and lower. So lifting that leg up. Keeping that nice and controlled. Really feel your glutes working. And then releasing that leg all the way down. And keeping it in front as you lower. Then we want to work our leg through to the center, ready for our side passe. So we slide our toe towards our bottom knee. Remember, this knee is pointing up to the ceiling, so check the knee is pointing up before you extend that leg. Then extend your leg through to the ceiling, fully extend. Push that heel away so you get that lovely stretch. So keep it pushed away as you release that leg down. Really, really focus on pushing that heel away. Releasing that down. And again with the side passe, just sliding that toe towards that bottom knee. Keep that top knee pointed up. And then extending that leg through to the ceiling, fully extending. Once you've extended, push that heel away. So we release down, pushing and pushing away with that heel. Releasing that all the way down. Keeping that good length in both of the legs. Check your positions. Hips are stacked. And then take a nice big deep breath in. Holding that core nice and tight as we exhale out. When we're ready, just lifting that top leg slightly. And then we want to work our leg forward. So just working that forwards and holding it there. Keeping that lovely length. Lifting that leg up to the ceiling or up towards where you can take that leg, just wherever you're comfortable with lifting that. Focus on good core, squeezing those glutes, releasing that leg down. Lovely. And again, we're just working up with the leg, lifting that through, and releasing that leg down. Keeping that good length, focus on the core and the glutes. One more lift and lower. So we're lifting through. And then we're releasing that leg all the way down. And then we want to work through to the center with the leg into your side passe, sliding that toe towards that bottom knee. Have that top knee pointed up. And then we're going to extend our leg through to the ceiling. Once we've extended, push the heel away. Releasing that leg down. Keep pushing that heel away as you release that leg down. And again, we're sliding that toe up towards that bottom knee. Make sure your top knee's pointing up to the ceiling, and then extend through with that leg. Push that heel away. So really push it away. Now get your good stretch through your leg. Releasing that down. And once you've released down, let it relax. Excellent, well done. Okay, so really good leg stretches and glute work there. So we're going to come up onto all fours. Just going to double check what I've wrote here. So, okay, so we are going to do a curtsy knee drop. Okay, and then we're going to do the right side, and then we're going to do a plank after that we've done the right leg, and then we'll do the left leg. So with the curtsy knee drop, you're up on all fours, head looking down into your mat so it keeps in line with your neck and your back, and making sure you're holding a good strong core. So I want you to do your right curtsy knee drop over. Now remember, don't worry if your knee doesn't touch the floor. I want it just to cross over the other leg. You're going to lift that up, take that out to the side, leg goes nice and straight out into a side stretch with the leg. You're going to bring that leg through to the center, and I want you to pull your knee up towards your chest, and then extend that back out. So I want you to do 3 of those. So it's a knee drop over, a lift up, and a straighten side leg out. Center that leg. Pull that knee into your chest. And then an extend back. So you'll do 3 on that right leg. Then you'll bring it down. And you're going to go into an elbow plank. And you have the option to hold the elbow plank, or you can lift up onto your hands. So right hand, left hand, lower the elbow, lower the elbow. So it's a lift, lift, lower, lower. So you're going to do twice, okay, or you can hold. Then we're going to do the hip going over to the side, center, the hips going over to the other side, center, and 2 of those. So you have options. You can hold it, or you can add in that movement. Then we come back up and we'll do the left knee drop, side stretch, center, pull that knee to the chest and extend back. Okay, so bring yourselves up into that position for me then. Knees hip distance apart, hands apart, and then make sure your head's looking down into your mat so your head's in line with your neck and your back. We're going to engage our core now, so let's take that nice big deep breath in. Hold that core nice and tight then as we exhale out. When you're ready then, we're going to lift that right knee up. We cross that over the other leg. Don't worry if it the knee doesn't drop down. Just cross over. Lift the knee up and then take it out to that straight leg side move. And then we bring that straight leg through to the center. And then we're going to pull that knee up towards the chest. Extending that leg back out. We drop that right knee over. We lift that knee up into that side stretch. Make sure you've got straight leg. And then we work that leg through to the center. Pull that knee into the chest. Extend that leg back out, holding your core nice and strong. One more. We right knee drop over the other leg. We lift that leg up into that side stretch. Nice straight leg out to the side. Bring that through to the center. We pull that knee into the chest. Extend that leg back. And then work that knee in. Excellent. Down into elbow plank. So the option there is to hold, or I will do the movement for anyone wanting to do the movement. Just take your knees back. Rest onto your arms and elbows. Take a nice big deep breath in. Hold tight as you exhale. Lift onto your toes. So you can hold here, or you lift up onto your right hand. Lift up onto your left hand. Lower your down onto your right elbow. Lower onto your left. Lift the right onto the right hand. Lift onto the left hand. Lower the right elbow. Lower the left elbow. So you can hold or bring your right hip over to the side. Center that. Left hip over to the side. Center. Right hip to the side. Center. Left hip to the side. Center. Bring it down onto your knees. And I want you to shell pose. And then we're going to go into that left curtsy knee drop. So coming back up. Onto those hands, knees hip distance apart under those hips. Head looking down, and then we're going to take a breath in. Holding that core nice and tight as you exhale out. When you're ready, you're going to lift your left knee up. Cross that over the right leg. Don't worry if the knee doesn't drop down. We lift that leg and we take it nice and straight out to the side. Lengthen as you work out to the side. Bring that through to the center. And then draw that knee, bringing that into your chest. Then extending that leg back. We want to drop that left knee over that right leg. We lift that knee up into your side leg stretch. So straighten out that leg all the way to the side. Work that to the center. Pull that knee into the chest. And then extend that leg back out. And again, drop that left knee over the right leg. Last one now. Lift that knee up into your side leg stretch. Straighten that leg as you go into that side leg stretch. Work that leg to the center. Pull that knee into the chest. And then extend that leg back out. And then work that knee back in and down. Okay, I want you to come back onto your heels. Stretch your arms forward. Heads down, sit onto your heels. Heads down, stretch your arms forward. Hold it there. And then we're going to take a nice big deep breath in. And exhale. Bring your arms over to the right side and the head, but drop the head down. So we're just stretching out those sides. Keep seated on the heels. Take a breath in Work your hands through to the center and then over to the left side. Drop your head down. Keep on those heels. Feel the stretch in that side. And then we're taking a breath in. And exhale. Work those arms back to the center. Drop your head down and keep on the heels, but I want you to bring your hands down towards your toes and then let your shoulders just drop down. Take a breath in. And exhale. Lovely. When you're ready, bring it back up onto all fours for me. Knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders. Take a nice big deep breath in. Arch your back up towards the ceiling. Drop the head down. Slowly release that back nice and flat. Work that head in line with the spine. And then we come up onto our toes. Bring our feet flat to the floor. Stretch out those calves. Hold it there. And then slowly walk your hands towards your toes and just take a little bend in those knees. I want you to relax your head, relax your neck and your arms, circle round to the right side of your foot. Circle center, round to the left side of the foot. Circle center. Now take your legs straight. And we're going to roll up through that back. So just working that back all the way up. Lifting up through the head, extending the arms up. Take a little baby back bend. Going back. Center. Release those arms down. Lift, roll the shoulders back and down. Take a nice big deep breath in. Exhale. Just give those shoulders a bit of a roll. Lovely. Okay, just take your feet apart. Take a nice big deep bend down. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that this morning. Let me know how you got on with those rolling down and working back up again. Hope you all have a wonderful week. Hopefully this morning's got you set and ready for the day and the week ahead. So have a good one. Let me know how you got on as well, like I said, with your rollbacks, and I'll look forward to being with you all again next Monday. So have a good week and a good weekend, and I'll see you all again next week.